You want to like lean in like this, or do you want to like sit in your seat properly?
I don't know. I'm just chilling. Don't forget your seatbelt.
Welcome back to fksalad. I'm here with my friend Emma.
What's up?
We just had a lovely breakfast.
Vegan options only.
Now we're gonna go for a drive. I
This
thought we
is
were
super
gonna
ready.
like do. I feel like I said to you before, like
I feel like we started a script.
we need to make one. We need to write a script or get your ideas and your notes off your iPhone into my text messages.
I had the one short film idea.
What is it?
Well, I listened to that song by Leonard Cohen, and I just felt it's more of like poetry, but it is a song. I felt really inspired by the poetry, and I know I'm pretty sure you're the same way. I'm definitely like this, but whenever I listen to music, if it actually touches me, I visualize like a video in my head, always. So I listened to it on repeat a bunch of times, and I had like the same kind of video playing in my head, and then that's when I like hit you up about it.
What kind of shots do you want, and why do you think this is like different than anything else we've done?
Well, the song is quite sad. The message is sad, and I was feeling sad when I listened to it, so I was looking, it's kind of weird, but I was like looking in the mirror, right? And I was crying, like, whoa, like, you know, sappy shit. But I was looking in the mirror crying, and the song was playing, and I'm like, whoa, this is like an aesthetic shot. And I didn't like intend for it. I was just literally like crying, looking in the mirror. And so I was imagining, as the song starts to play, so throughout, it's like quite short, I think. It's like 1 minute something. So throughout the length, it's the video of the protagonist like looking in the mirror, starting to cry, and then like crying. But it cuts away throughout the video to more of like backstory.
Right.
And just kind of showing her like depression, loneliness, and and as it progresses towards the end of the video, the cuts get quicker and quicker and quicker, and then it just stops cutting, and it's just like purely like on her crying in the mirror, and then she says the last line, like she mouths the line.
We just made it. I just played it back. I just played it back and we made that. So good job. We made a good project, great ideas. I'm glad we executed.
Thank you.
How's that for like a time warp?
Look at that. Wow.
But like I feel like we do often, me and you together, come up with these ideas and like we do execute them. I want to kind of, I don't know, like a way that I can like promote that more. I mean, I have these podcast things. Mm-hmm. I really want to promote doing things you say.
Okay. Go film things.
Yeah, that's the motto.
It's the motto. But
that's what we preach.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's hard, especially as a creative person. You have like so many ideas and different things, and executing is actually kind of the only hard step, and the only person stopping yourself from that is yourself. And I'm super guilty of this. Vince is amazing at this. Like, he pushes and he gets shit done, and he knows people. And that's another thing, right? Like, if you want to, like, I'll have these ideas, and yes, I know how to work a camera. Yes, I know how to edit. Yes, I know how to do all these things, but am I the best? No, right? But I'll have the idea. So me and Vince getting together, he's like a pro with the camera. Make things happen.
Well, what else do you want to execute this year then, besides, I don't know, video projects?
Holding yourself accountable, that's the first step, right? And like this year, for me, my 2020 goal is I want to start something. Some small business, that's for sure. And like creative things aside, it still is creative to me, like coming up with a business idea that's creative on its own. And maybe I'm gonna start smaller, like selling a product, online platform, doing the creative direction behind the marketing of it. So you can hold me accountable to that for 2020. By the end of this year, I'm gonna have to have something out there.
Right.
I have to, because I've been sleeping on it for too long, and I've been wanting to do something because I don't feel fulfilled right now. I don't like working for somebody else. It's good experience, but I feel like there's been a huge shift, and not everyone, but a lot of people want to become entrepreneurs and do their own thing because everyone has ideas, and you have all the resources, right? Like,
Right.
there's everything is available to you if you work for it. So I have 8 years before I'm 30. 8 years till Forbes 30 under 30.
Speaking of school, I'm so happy I met you in school.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, probably number one or top, like, two friends, like, definitely.
Number one or number two, bitch? I'm kidding, but thank you. I feel the same.
On what, number two?
Yeah, number two.
Okay. We just, like, do creative stuff together. We need more of that. And it's actually, like, kind of too bad that we didn't get more than just, like, ourselves out of university. Because, like, when I went to university, I kind of, like, envisioned walking out of university with, like, 5 homies who want to make movies all the time. I don't know what
you saying that. I feel like you have a lot of creative friends, but it's like everyone's so spread out all over the place. And it was weird because, like, in university itself, like, I didn't have that group either. Like, in my year, we weren't, like, the same year. And I feel like if we were and we had that, we would have done a lot more. But we shouldn't be talking about the past, what could have been, because it wasn't,
true.
you know? And I think we were, like, you can't really question the path that you're on and, like, what the universe has in store for you. Like, things pan out the way that they were supposed to. And I'm sure there's lessons in everything. Yeah, would it have been ideal? I think so, but it wasn't the case. And honestly, like, I had a lot of growth to do throughout university, and that's what for me, like, university was hardly about the schooling. It was just about personal development and everything how much I grew and changed on my own. Like, school is, you know, you can get through school with not really caring about it too much, which is kind of, like, a little messed up to say, but it's the truth, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe some people have to work harder than others, and some people want to work harder than others, but I feel like the people that beat themselves up over school so much, and, like, I'm just like, there's so much more.
Yeah. Wow, you actually did do a lot of growing throughout school.
Yes.
I just thinking, like, the person you are now from even when I met you. Maybe on a creative level, maybe not so much, but definitely on, like, more of a spiritual level. I'm
doing a course called Demystifying Mindfulness, and this is another interesting thing, like, coming out of university. How fulfilled do you feel with your degree? And you'll probably start to feel like there's different things you want to learn. And so this course that I'm doing is just online, basically about mindfulness, which it's not just spiritual, and it talks about, you learn about meditation and everything, but it's the psychology behind it, the philosophy behind it, and how to implement it in business and how successful business people have used it, the benefits of it. And I really think it will help me grow as well, because I am on this path of growth that I have been on, but the path is never straight, right? There's so many curves, and, like, the whole thing is you're facing yourself, right?
Right.
Everyone has a lot of flaws, and as long as you can be aware of them and face them, then you can work through them. And I'm trying to work through a lot of them right now, and I feel like having this course, I'll get a certificate afterwards. It'd be really awesome to help kind of open my mind to the world of mindfulness, and having the psychology behind it too. Positive psychology is huge these days, and it's not just a spiritual thing, even though for me the spiritual aspect is really important. Is to take anywhere in life. Like, if you want to be successful in life, you need to have a clear mind, and you need to be connected with your highest self, because otherwise you're just living on a surface level, and you're just lost in, like, the fury of the day-to-day. I'm sure there's a lot of people that think, oh, it's like some hippie stuff, some yogi stuff, but it's not. It's, like, super important if you want to be successful. We were just talking about following through and executing video and photo ideas, and you were saying, like, oh, like, you don't know if you do that enough, but Vince, like, you do it. But it's like, sure,
when I say like, oh, I'm gonna read, or I'm gonna meditate, or I'm gonna not be on my phone before bed, and like these like little habits, blocking it and not following through, I don't like that. So I'm not a fan of myself for that. It definitely does help you become a better version of yourself and strive for like better levels of success.
100%. Being able to do that, you'll actually change yourself, and it takes 21 days to make a habit, right? That's why I'm doing the 21-day meditation course. So if you do a bad thing for 21 days, you're gonna keep doing it just automatically. Your brain is just wired to do that. And we all have these habits. Like for me, one of my downfalls is procrastination and laziness.
Well, same.
And that's just the truth of it. And recently I've really been having to face myself and face the truth of the matter, you know? In university, like I was saying, like I would get away with getting good grades and like hardly putting in effort, doing things last minute. And I got through. I was fine. I was great. And I just wasn't so interested in just memorizing these whatever it was for no purpose, you know?
That's a whole other topic because GBD, our program had some...
our program was a bit of
it was new. We were guinea pigs.
Yeah, we were guinea pigs, so...
Which is fine.
The concept of it was cool, but maybe some of the courses weren't so interesting. And also just level of maturity. I was quite immature going into university. I was like 17 and I wasn't that interested. But yeah, just, I don't know, there's just a lot of bad habits that everybody has.
Well said.
So yeah, so I'm trying, I think that's, you know, for 2020, really just trying to work through a few of them. It's just a slow process, but trying to better myself, become the best version of myself, turn failure into fuel, achieve greater things. If I want to start this business, I'm going to have to start having better habits, you know, and being
Fair
productive.
enough.
And another huge thing is like when you have a passion, something that drives you, the bad habits start to fall off your back because time doesn't really feel like time. Like the time you're putting into the work on something you love doesn't really feel like time, versus when you're forced to do something, you'll procrastinate. It feels like it takes forever because you don't want to be doing it. So finding passion is huge. And so I'm hoping to find something I'm passionate about and then turn that into business.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Okay. Bye-bye, people.
Let's go.
I never know how to exit these videos. Like, comment, and subscribe.
You're plugging yourself. Get out of here.
No. Oh, follow
Follow me in.
at...
No, it's not like that.
Follow me at username here.
Bye.